in terms of preparation, when you look at the bout sheet and there's two guys weighing in.
Oh, I'm always prepared to wrestle anybody. I don't really look at who I'm wrestling early in the week. You know, I could have the number one guy, I could have an unranked guy. I do everything to my best every week. You know, I'm always ready to have a battle no matter what. You know, anyone in college could beat anybody. So it never changes my preparation. You know, like I said, if I have the number one guy, I did the same thing I did for, you know, the 30 ranked guy. So I always just, you know, better myself every day and focus on that.
And then that guy you wrestled, George Volk, he's obviously super dangerous. What were the keys to kind of keep him off from shooting at you?
Yeah, so I kind of let him get in my head a little bit with everyone saying he's a world champ and this and that, but I really didn't feel too threatened strength-wise and everything. I felt like I could have opened that match up a few times. I had his arm on his back. I felt like I could have got some turns. I didn't shoot. I was kind of scared to shoot. I don't know why. But if I get to my attacks and I get to those turns, I could really open that match up.
What does it take for you to kind of open up your offense? I know you said you didn't shoot and you're not sure why. Is it just kind of like a mental block?
Yeah, I train super hard in practice. And if I just keep doing that, you know, it'll click. And I just have to enjoy it. You know, I got to stop looking at winning and losing. You know, I always looked at it that you got to win, you know, and that's all that matters. And when I lost, you know, I kind of let it beat me down. So now I kind of just got to go out there and have fun. It's a pretty sweet opportunity to wrestle at home. You know, I missed it. It's our first time back in a while, and I just got to go enjoy it, you know, not worry about winning.
What was the deal with the Cowboy hats? I know you guys came out there with the Cowboy hats, gave them to the fans.
Yeah, well, that's my first Cowboy hat ever since I'm from Jersey. So when they asked me for the size, I had no idea what size I was. So they measured me up right before, got me a hat, and that one almost flopped off my head when I was running out there. So, but it's different. It was cool.
Wyatt, I don't think that was your first Cowboy hat.
No, probably not my first. Not my first one, but it was kind of a cool deal just to wear, you know, because we are Cowboys and we're proud to be Cowboys, and it's fun to give that to somebody else.
Wyatt, for most of your career, you guys have been, as a team, title contenders. You're still a top 10 team, but not thought of in that realm quite yet. Is it a little fun playing the dark horse this year? It seems like you guys are kind of relishing that at this point.
Yeah, it's always fun. I mean, we're a young team, and I mean, it's always fun to be the dark horse, no matter what you're playing. You know, if it's kickball or softball, it's always fun to come out on top in the end.
Even spike ball.
Yeah, spike ball.
There's a lot of riding time for you guys as a team tonight. I think everybody got a riding point, and even the Pins had enough riding time if it would have held over. Was that a plan going in for either of you, or is it just kind of how the matches played out?
I think that's just how they played out. Coach kind of has just been emphasizing development, and I think as a team we've been developing on top and on bottom, because our focus has been on bottom, but if you get good on bottom, you can probably be pretty good on top.
You guys are off to a pretty solid start this year, much like last year, but I'm sure that's not the exact same. Kind of what's the main difference between the hot start from last year compared to this year? Yeah, both of you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I think last year we had a lot of distractions on the team. This year we don't really have that. We also have, you know, a pretty tough number 1 and 2 guy at each weight, so everyone's really got to focus the whole entire year and not take that opportunity for granted, because there's a guy behind you that can take your spot. And I think we're just guys that just want to work hard and just want to battle. And like I said earlier, winning's great, right? But if we just go out there and wrestle and have fun and all the work we put in, I mean, we're training the hardest I think we have since I've been here. And I think if we do that, the results will come towards the end of the year, and hopefully they do.
Trevor, going back, you said you guys are training the hardest you've ever trained. What does that look like?
Yeah, we're just going in and kind of, coach has a game plan. It's not really technique. We're just going into brawl, and he's kind of given us, I feel like he's given us a little more trust that we know what we need, kind of, and he'll critique it. If he sees we're doing something he doesn't like, he'll switch it. But if we're doing our thing and we look good, he's letting us, you know, kind of go through it. And I think that's a huge difference from last year, because we didn't really wrestle live as much. We didn't really get in those battle situations. Drilling's harder than wrestling live, but it's just not the same. So I think this year we're wrestling a little more live, and I think that's going to prepare us in the long run.
Wyatt, you've been here, you know, quite some time. How do you really, Carter kind of off to a little sluggish start so far. What did you think, or how do you really get a guy like Carter kind of back into it, get his confidence up, and really back to wrestling to his true potential?
It'll be different. It's different for everybody, but just as a team, I think since I've been here, it's probably one of the closest knit teams that I've been a part of. So, everybody kind of jacks around with each other, and that takes a lot of pressure off and eases the tension. Like before practice, if you can have fun a little bit and like not be so serious before practice, it kind of helps the entire group. So I think he's gonna be fun.
Is that a big difference from last year as well? Also, just kind of going out there a little bit more loose, all of you guys.
Yeah, I think everybody's just having fun. Just enjoying being a Cowboy.
Are you enjoying 165, or are you ready to get down?
I like 165, but coach says I'm going down, so it's not up to me. I'm fine with either. I'm just gonna do what I'm told.
Any other questions?